today we're going to be looking at the Killer's Mr Brightside. It's actually played tuned down a half step, so every string gets detuned a half step. And we're going to play it in standard tuning, so there's no need to detune your guitar. I'll put up a link in the description for a version that is in standard tuning, so you can still jam along with the track. And we're going to start with a little chord shape up here, high up on your guitar neck, and it starts at the 17th fret of the A string with your second finger. And your first finger is going to take the 16th fret on the D string. Then we want the pinky finger here, a little stretch up to the 19th fret of the G string. And then we've got the 17th fret on the B string with the third finger. So get this kind of this sound. Okay, and then the picking pattern is going to be A, D, G, D. Okay. I'm going to pick up on the high E string, which is open, and then down B, G, D. And that D string is actually an open D string. Okay, so once we've played that, we're going to change the shape we're playing with the chord, and we've got a little first finger bar across the 16th fret on the A and D string. This means that your second finger is no longer in use. Okay, and it's exactly the same picking pattern. So A, D, G, D, and then pick up again. So that's high E, B, G, open D. Okay. Put them two together. And one more time. And then a third and final shape for the main riff. And this time we're going to put the second finger back on the 16th fret there on the D string, and then we're going to play 15th fret on the on the low E string with the first finger. Okay, and this time the picking is slightly different, because instead of picking the A string, we're going to pick the E string. And then we go D, G, D, and finish it off the same way as we have with the others. So high E, B, G, open D. And same again, that riff's repeated. Okay, so all of those riffs put together, so we've got this shape once, then the barred shape, and then the low E string shape. Okay, I'll try and play that a little bit slower for you. Now we're going to look at the pre-chorus riff. It's actually very similar in terms of picking as to the main riff, but we're going to be lower down on the guitar. It's quite a stretchy riff as well, so it's quite tricky. We're going to start here with the third finger on the low E string at the 7th fret. Then we've got an open D string, 7th fret on the G with the pinky finger, and then we're going to have the 5th fret of the B string with the first finger. Okay, and the picking is exactly the same as before for the E string version 1. So we've got low E, then D, G, D. Starts off the same. Then we're going to pick up exactly as we did before, E, B, G, D. twice. I'm going to change the shape. So this first finger on the 5th fret of the B is now going to play the 5th fret of the low E, and we're going to use the second finger to play the 5th fret of the B, where this finger's just come from. Okay, so we've got 5 on the low E with the first finger, pinky finger on the 7th fret of the G string, and first finger on the 5th fret of the B string. Okay, picking pattern's exactly the same again. Again, that's played twice, so 2 bars of that. And put them two together. For the final shape is move this first finger down from the 5th fret to the 3rd, and this is the stretchy one. And the same picking pattern, E string, D, G, D, and then up from the E, E, D, G, D. And this is 4 times, we play 4 bars of this one. Whole riff there, the pre-chorus. So we're now going to look at the chorus part. It's a lot easier than the main riff sound. There's not quite so much stretching. Still going to use your pinky finger a little bit, but it's not so bad. Okay, so we're at the D string with the second finger on the 12th fret. The first finger on the 11th fret of the G string. Okay, and every time we're going to start on the G string and then we're going to play the D string at the 12th fret. So this D string at the 12th fret is a constant, it's not going to move here. So we're going to play it full bar, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, starting on the G string. Then at the G string we're going to put the second finger, it's got a little squeeze here, but on the 12th fret of the G string, and do the same thing, so G, D, G, D, G, D, G, D. Then the 14th fret of the G string with the pinky finger, and the same thing again, G, D, G, D, G, D, G, D. Okay, so 11, 12 on the G, 14 on the G. Slower. After that we're going to move down and finish off the chorus with this. So it's the same kind of essence of a riff. We've got the 7th fret on the D string with the second finger, and we're going to be up at the 9th fret on the G string with the pinky. Just going to play that once. We're going to move down to 7th fret and 7th fret, 7th on the G and 7 on the D. Then with the first finger we're going to drop the 6th on the G. Then finish again, second finger on the 7th fret of the G. Okay, so G at the 9th fret, 7th fret of the D, 7th fret of the G, 7th fret of the D again, 6th fret of the G, 7th fret of the D, 7th fret of the G, and 7th fret of the D. So, and that's the chorus. So there's also a higher part on the chorus which we're going to look at now. It starts off with this little triad in the D shape. So it's first finger on the 10th fret of the B, second finger on the 11th fret of the G, and third finger on the 12th fret of the D. So we've got like a D chord. I'm going to pick up the notes. So B, G, D. And that's going to repeat twice. I'm going to pick the B note and an open G. And that open note gives us enough time to get to the next chord. Okay, so we've got a bar across the 12th fret here on the D, G and B. It's be exactly the same picking, so B, G, D, B, G, D, B, open G, then the last chord, a little bit stretchy, pinky on the 15th fret of the B, 3rd fret on the 14th fret of the G, and the first finger on the 12th fret of the D string, and the same picking again. And that open note on the end. Okay, so the whole thing. Finish it off the same way we finished off the chorus. So the final part we're going to look at today is the interlude. It's quite similar to the chorus in that it starts up here with the constant 12 on the D string and the first finger on the G string at the 11th fret. But the note on the G string is going to change quite a lot and give it more of a melody. So we've got 11, 11, 12, 14 on the G string. The next bar is 12, 14, 12, 11 on the G string. So put them two together. Then we've got 11, 11, 12, 11. The whole thing. 11, 11, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 11, 11, 11, 12, 11. And then nice and slowly. Finish it off as you would the chorus.